I'm almost there, my friend. I'm almost there. So, the core. So we of course know that Gaster built the core, which shows that he must have been a very intelligent individual. Oh man, Gaster is like such an interesting character. Honestly, when like Undertale first came out, I really wasn't that interested in Gaster just because I guess I was like curious what the point of Gaster was, but because there was just so little about him, I don't know, I guess it just didn't appeal to me as much as like characters like Kara, where there's like tons of pieces that you can put together to actually like, form this is who this character is as a person. But with Gaster, it was just like the most obscure, random secrets, and it just didn't seem to have to do with anything related to Undertale. And that's like another reason why I'm just so amazed by Deltarune as a game, because it feels like all of a sudden, oh, this was the point of Gaster. I guess I could like start going over like pretty much everything we know about Gaster and what I think of it. Might as well, since there isn't much else exciting to do around here. So, where do I start? So in the True Lab, we can see the DT extraction machine, and I already talked about how it seems likely that Gaster was actually the one who made the original blueprints for that machine, which would mean that he was like planning on experimenting with determination for some reason. And typically, determination can do some very, very interesting things, which is why I think something related to that is what actually split him across time and space. So something else interesting is apparently in the game's files, you can actually like apply Gaster's stats to a regular enemy, and it just makes them so powerful that like if you try to damage them, I think it just like straight up restores their health. And they also just kill you in one hit. So going off of those stats, it seems like a game split across time and space, even though it might like have some downsides to it, it also seems to make you pretty dang powerful. Then there's also Sans' attack, and I feel like it's really easy to forget that like in game we're never like told what they're called. Like people actually had to go into the files and look at the sprites to find out that one of Sans' main attacks is called a Gaster Blaster. So that just makes me think, along with like Sans' strange knowledge of timelines and whatnot, that, he has to be connected to Gaster in some way. But I honestly have no idea how. They could like be related as like family. So I'm pretty confident in the idea that Sans from Undertale actually came here from Deltarune somehow. So I kind of don't feel like they were like lab buddies, because in Deltarune, Sans just kind of seems to be a regular guy. I kind of feel like whatever is going to happen in Deltarune that sends Sans here is probably also going to be what gives him or gets him interested in timelines and quantum physics and all that. Anyways, time for some new dialogue. Hello, Toby. What a sensational opportunity for a story. I can see the headline now. A dog exists somewhere. Frankly, I'm blown away. Report this one. Look more. This dog still exists. This story just keeps getting better and better. Alright, now report. Attention viewers, our correspondent has found a dog. Cue audience Oz. That's right, folks. It's the feel-good story of the year. Look at its little ears, tiny paws, fluffy tail. Wait a second. That's not a tail. That's a fuse. That's right. That dog is a bomb. But don't panic. You haven't even seen the rest of the room yet. Oh my, it seems everything in this area is actually a bomb. Indeed. Anyways, on to business. Big bomb, got it. Alright, come here. But it really does just make me curious, like, what is Gaster actually going to be like in Deltarune? I think for me, what would, like, be one of the coolest things would be if, like, maybe he created his, like, own amalgamates to use as weapons. Because in Undertale, if you try to attack the amalgamates, you actually cannot kill them, like, just straight up. So I feel like if he, like, made amalgamates that were, like, completely under his control and can't be reasoned with, and also can't be killed, that would just be an insanely powerful army. But that is, like, pure speculation. There's, like, no actual evidence for that, of course. Just an idea I'm throwing out there. Oh cool, glitch that makes the text silent. I've gotten that a few times. Just seems to happen when you skip dialogue here for some reason. Neat. Oh yeah, and then another thing, in entry number 17, like, ever since Chapter 1 came out, I've been so confident that it's literally, like, describing a dark fountain of some kind. Because it says dark, darker, yet darker, and photon reads negative. Which, like, means an impossible lack of light. Now we have in Deltarune these dark fountains that make worlds made out of pure darkness. It's just so interesting, I can't wait. Alright, puzzle time. Oh. Alright. Uh-huh. And then, like, literally everyone we know who's connected to Gaster is also really interested themselves. That's just another crazy aspect to it. Like, Sans, the Gaster followers, the secret bosses, seemingly. Okay. This really is a creative attack. Flowey does it better, though. And my love increased. The smell of cobwebs fills the air. You're filled with determination. Time for Muffet. Yo, just spare. And also with Deltarune, I'm just so curious to see, like, what the special abilities for all the soul modes will be. I guess we don't even really know for sure if that's actually going to be a thing for all the soul modes. But I mean, there's 7 soul colors and there's 7 chapters, so naturally it seems pretty likely that we're going to get all the soul modes, including ones we never even officially got. Then on top of that, we're probably going to get special abilities for each of them, like the Big Shot with the Yellow Soul mode. Ah man, I can't wait for Undertale Yellow. But on top of the Big Shot, there's also, like, the Yellow Soul mode in Deltarune is already fundamentally different since you shoot horizontally in Deltarune instead of vertically like in Undertale, so there's also small things like that that could probably be changed. Ooh, that was close. Dang it. Circles. It's actually really funny for me to think that I used to live in a world where I never knew Spamton existed. Like, Spamton is just, like, everywhere and so iconic within the community now. And I, like, so much so that I just have to remind myself, oh yeah, there was a time that no one knew of Spamton. It's really weird. And that just makes me think about, like, what other secret boss characters could come up in future chapters that in the future I'll just look back on this and I'll be like, I can't believe I didn't know that character existed back then. That character's everywhere now. I think my main hope with Gaster and Deltarune, how I'd like to see it be done is, I think I don't really want... I'm not sure if I necessarily want Gaster just to, like, be a regular character. I mean, it is, like, part of his character, basically, that he's a smart scientist, and so I am expecting, like, a bit of a mad scientist type of element. But I also kind of want him to be, like, something that's almost beyond our comprehension. Because when I hear split across time and space, like, it kind of makes me think of him as, like, an eldritch being which I think is just the most interesting way to do it with all the build-up he's gotten. Because Gaster really does have the potential, in my opinion, to just be one of the most interesting characters in fiction, because, like, you get all these little tidbits of him and these obscure secrets about him in Undertale, and yet, like, he doesn't seem to be important at all. And suddenly, years later, in a whole nother game, in, like, an alternate universe, suddenly things are coming up, and he just seems more important than ever. And so I just hope that his character is able to, like, live up to that. Because if he just kind of, like, felt like a Lex Luthor or something like that, it would just be kind of like, oh, okay. Like, I want some crazy, ridiculous, over-the-top, like, just hard to understand mental horror element with him. I want him to simultaneously break the game and the fourth wall, along with all of our characters' minds. You actually have to get shocked there to get to the purple so you can get through the blue. Neat part of that puzzle. Right here comes Yellow's soul mode for the first time. No matter what I do, I can never stop thinking about Undertale Yellow. It haunts me wherever I go. Also, like, I talked about during the dummy fight how, it's, like, crazy to think now that whenever I play through this game, I'll, like, hear that song, and now there's, like, completely different context because it's used in Spamton's theme. But there's also the fact that freaking Mettaton Neo's body is used by Spamton in Deltarune. That's, like, still just one of the craziest things to me. Deltarune's so cool. Hey, I heard you're going to the core. How about grabbing some dinner with me first? Yeah, I could use a break. Great, thanks for treating me. Over here, I know a shortcut. Always worth it to listen to It's Raining Somewhere Else. Well, here we are. So, your journey's almost over, huh? You must really want to go home. That is my objective. Hey, I know the feeling, buddo. Though, maybe sometimes it's better to take what's given to you. Down here you've already got food, drink, friends, so what you have to do, really worth it? Asked too late. Forget it. I'm ruined for you, kid. Hey, let me tell you a story. So I'm a sentry in Stone Forest, right? I sit out there and watch for humans. It's kinda boring. Fortunately, deep in the forest, there's this huge locked door. And it's perfect for practicing knock-knock jokes. So one day I'm knocking him out like usual. I knock on door and say knock knock. And suddenly, from the other side, I hear a woman's voice. Who is there? So naturally I respond. Dishes. Dishes who? Dishes a very bad joke. Then she just howls with laughter, like it's the best joke she's heard in 100 years. So I keep him coming, and she keeps laughing. She's the best audience I've ever had. Then after a dozen of them, she knocks and says, "Knock, knock." I say, "Who's there?" "Old lady." "Old lady who?" "Oh, I did not know you could yodel." Wow. Needless to say, this woman was extremely good. We kept telling each other jokes for hours. Eventually, I had to leave. Papyrus gets kinda cranky without his bedtime story. But she told me to come by again, and so I did. Then I did again, and again. It's a thing now. Telling bad jokes through the door. It rules. One day, though, I noticed she wasn't laughing very much. I asked her what was up. Then she told me something strange. "If a human ever comes through this door, could you please promise something? Watch over them and protect them, will you not?" Now I hate making promises. And this woman, I don't even know her name, but someone who sincerely likes bad jokes has an integrity you can't say no to. Do you get what I'm saying? That promise I made to her. You know what would have happened if she hadn't said anything? Buddy. I'd like to see you try. Hey, line up, bucko. I'm just joking with you. Besides, haven't I done a great job protecting you? I mean, look at yourself. You haven't died a single time. That's right, isn't it? Well, chalk it up to my great skills. Heh. Well, that's all. Take care of yourself, kid. Because someone really cares about you. How does he do it? I'll never understand him. The relaxing atmosphere of this hotel, it fills you with determination. The song "It's Raining Somewhere Else" is, like, definitely one of my favorites. I would listen to it, like, all the time when, like, doing schoolwork, or, well, even when I was at school. And the title always did seem so, like, strangely interesting. Honestly, like Sans himself. It has always bothered me that he's the one person we never really seem to learn the true story behind. How did he come to know about the timelines? What is his connection to Gaster? It's raining somewhere else. I'm gonna go and get the empty gun now. And while I'm at it, Dana, I think I literally need one more G. Alright, I don't really need CT. It's just kind of fun to be able to change speed stat like that. So I also want to grab the cowboy hat. Really, it's just the Undertale yellow brain rot getting to me. So I want to put on the full Justice setup in a bit. Huh? Who are they? Nobody else is supposed to be here. Oh well, we can't worry about that now. Ready? This is it. Take the... Yeah, I'm not doing that. Waste of time. Another monster gunned down. And it's like also just so interesting that an entire area like this was designed by this character who we still haven't actually like met directly. It's honestly kind of intimidating, but makes me more excited to meet him too. Well, that was easy. Once again, for the sake of speed, I'm just going to take the Sage's path. The reason that puzzle actually takes me a bit longer than the others is because I normally always take the warrior's path for fun. So I don't actually do that puzzle that often. I'm in a good mood, you can live. Alright, let's go. My last obstacle before I reach new home. Oh yes, there you are, darling. It's time to have our little showdown. It's time to finally stop the malfunctioning robot. Not. Huh, I wonder if the Snowgrave spam ton part is like actually a callback to Metaton saying this. Maybe that's a stretch. Malfunction, reprogramming, get real. This was all just a big show. An act. Alphys has been playing you for a fool the whole time. As she watched you on the screen, she grew attached to your adventure. She desperately wanted to be a part of it. So she decided to insert herself into your story. She reactivated puzzles, she disabled elevators, she enlisted me to torment you. All so she could save you from dangers that didn't exist. All so you would think she's a great person that she's not. And now it's time for her finest hour. At this very moment, Alphys is waiting outside the room. During our battle, she will interrupt. She will pretend to deactivate me, saving you one final time. Finally, she'll be the heroine of your own adventure. You'll regard her so highly that she'll even be able to convince you not to leave. Or not. You see, I've had enough of this predictable charade. I have no desire to harm humans. Well, except for you, but that's besides the point. My only desire is to entertain. After all, the audience deserves a good show, don't they? And what's a good show without a plot twist? You've been Shyamalan'd. Hey, what's going on? The door just locked itself. Sorry, folks, the old program's been cancelled. But we've got a finale that will drive you wild. Real drama, real action, real bloodshed on our new show, Attack of the Killer Robot. Let's go. Yes, I was the one that rearranged the core. I was the one that hired everyone to kill you. That, however, was a short-sighted plan. You know what would be 100 times better? Killing you myself. Is there, like, always not an attack there? Oh, I was supposed to shoot him, I forgot. And then he, like, says, oh, that worthless piece sure won't work on me. Anyways. Here's the attacks. Alright, timely fine. I said timely fine? It's finally time for EX form, wow. I just like completely mixed everything up there. Here we go. Oh my. If you flipped my switch, that can only mean one thing. You're desperate for the premiere of my new body. How rude. Lucky for you, I've been aching to show this off for a long time. So as thanks, I'll give you a handsome reward. I'll make your last living moments absolutely beautiful! Mettaton EX makes his premiere. You equip the cowboy hat. Lights, camera, action. Now we're going full yellow. You throw the stick, Mettaton catches it in his mouth and winks. Drama, romance, bloodshed. Alright, boast. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, what do I say here? Okay, thought of something. My hair, yes, I use metal hair gel. Your essay really showed everyone your heart. Why don't I show you mine? Happy break time. Let's finish this. You pose dramatically, the audience nods. We've grown so distant, darling. How about another heart-to-heart? Ah, dang it. Ooh, jeez. Ouch. Oh, look at these ratings. This is the most viewers I've ever had. We've reached the viewer call-in milestone. One lucky viewer will have the chance to talk to me before I leave the underground forever. Let's see who calls in first. Hi, you're on TV. What do you have to say on this, our last show? Oh, hi, Mediton. I really liked watching your show. My life is pretty boring, but seeing you on the screen brought excitement to my life vicariously. I can't tell, but I guess this is the last episode. I'll miss you, Mediton. Oh, I didn't mean to talk so long. Oh. No, wait, Blue. They already hung up. I'll take another caller. Mediton, your show made us so happy. Mediton, I don't know what I would watch without you. Mediton, there's a Mediton-shaped hole in my Mediton-shaped heart. Ah, I see. Everyone, thank you so much. Darling, perhaps it might be better if I stay here for a while. Humans already have stars and idols, and YouTubers, but monsters, they only have me. If I left, the underground would lose its spark. I'd leave an aching void that can never be filled. So I think I'll have to delay my big debut. Besides, you've proven to be very strong. Perhaps even strong enough to get past Asgore. I'm sure you'll be able to protect humanity. Haha. Yeah, that is funny. It's all for the best anyway. The truth is, this form's energy consumption is inefficient. In a few moments I'll run out of battery power and, well, I'll be alright. Knock him dead, darling. I sure will. And everyone, thank you. You've been a great audience. I managed to open the lock. Are you too? Oh my god. Mediton! Mediton, are you? Thank God it's just the batteries. Mediton, if you were gone, I would have. I mean, hey, it's no problem, you know? He's just a robot. If you messed it up, I could always just build another. Why don't you go on ahead? Sorry about that. Let's keep going. So you're about to meet Asgore, huh? You must be pretty excited about all that, huh? You'll finally get to go home. Wait. I mean, I was just going to, say goodbye and I can't take this anymore. I I lied to you. A human soul isn't strong enough to cross the barrier alone. It takes at least a human soul and a monster soul. If you want to go home, you'll have to take his soul. You'll have to kill Asgore. I'm sorry. Let's go.